Hey everybody, welcome back to Retro Life for You, your go-to destination for all things rad, retro, and ridiculous from the 80s and 90s. I'm your host Chris, and today we're pulling back the bowstring and aiming straight for your funny bone with the 1993 Mel Brooks classic Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Tight tights.
Height tight tights. This cult comedy didn't just poke fun at the legend of Robin Hood, it went full blown parody, and we loved every ridiculous second of it. From singing Merry Men to the fourth wall breaks, this flick is Mel Brooks doing what Mel Brooks does best, which is completely dismantling a genre with love, wit, and a lot of musical numbers. Never got the musical numbers. That's definitely a Mel Brooks thing for sure. But
You didn't get the musical number?
I mean, I get the men in tights thing. We're men in tights. Da, da, da. But I mean, I always thought
Dude,
it was
I
a
hum
bit
that all
overboard.
friggin' day long, man. By the way, did you notice I'm being nice? I said friggin'.
Friggin'. He said friggin'. That's awful nice of you for sure. By the way, this is Brian, everybody, in case you don't remember him from the Three Cousins podcast. I'm sorry, Three Dash Cousins podcast.
You gotta remember the dash, man.
Got to remember the dash. It's very important. You will not get there if you don't put the dash. Dash. Tell us a little bit what you got going on these days at Three Dash Cousins, if you would.
All kinds of nonsense, man. We're three cousins that share very little in common except, of course, for DNA. We don't get along, but we love each other. And I think the world is a better place if people could just get along and love each other. So we argue about stupid stuff. Uh, like our most recent episode was about hot dogs. We don't really hit the hard topics.
But you still seem to make a fun time out of it, though. That's what matters. I
We
mean, if anybody was to hear you say now, my last show was about hot dogs, they'll be like, okay, I'm not going to go there. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't go there and listen to the show about hot dogs, you're going to be missing out because what starts out as something like just hot dogs always ends up being something about 100 times better. So just saying, topic can be a little misleading sometimes, right?
yeah, no, definitely check it out. It is something that is it's rated E for everyone, and we have a good time. And I, if somebody could just imagine, you're sitting on the back deck with your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, whatever, and just talking nonsense to each other. That's what our show is.
Yeah, it's just a hangout, basically talking whatever, anything and whatever. Which was what makes it so cool, though.
Unlike your show, which definitely has a clear fucking friggin' topic.
A very clear topic, and I don't know what we should expect from you any less. I mean, but for those who may not be familiar with the movie we're doing tonight, Robin Hood Men in Tights. I mean, shame on you first off if you don't know what this is and haven't watched it. But if you've ever seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner, just imagine that. But now imagine it directed by Mel Brooks with everything, every serious moment turned into a joke, and you've got Men in Tights.
And
The
one of the few
movie,
movies that Dave Chappelle was in.
what's that?
One of the few movies that Dave Chappelle was in.
I think this was his first movie, actually.
Yeah, yeah, he
Um,
doesn't do a whole lot of movies, but it's
right. Mostly more known for his stand up in his actual TV show, The Chappelle Show. But released in 1993, the film follows Robin of Locksley, a nobleman who returns home from the Crusades to find his land been taken by the villainous Prince John and his right hand thug, Sheriff of Rottingham. Not just his land, his house was
wait, wait.
rolled off like a
Can,
trailer.
can you? Where's he from? The sheriff of what now?
Of Rottingham.
Oh, so it's not Nottingham.
No, Sheriff of
Right, just making sure.
Rottingham. He assembles a band of misfits of merry men, including Little John, Will Scarlet O'Hara, and Ahchoo. Bless you. To take down the corrupt monarchy, win back his land, and save Maid Marian, whose chastity belt is under lock and key. Literally. Musical, it's a parody, it's full of slapstick and sarcasm. It's just pure Mel Brooks. So if you're familiar with anything by Mel Brooks, you know what the man does, how he writes his stuff, and it's great. What I mentioned, Brian, that he lost his land. I mean, this is like right when he gets home. He's there. He's introducing uh, was it Ahchoo with him? He's got Ahchoo he found on the way there.
Mhm.
He's introducing him to his home, which is being repossessed like a trailer and being rolled away. A giant castle on stone wheels. Darndest thing I ever seen.
I mean, come on, like, dude, we're both white trash. I'm pretty sure we've had homes removed.
I can't say that I've had one removed, but I've had a home on wheels. I mean, I've been in a trailer before. I mean, I know what that's about. So, you know, never had a castle though on stone wheels
I
roll.
did not have a castle. No, no.
That might be nice though. Um, gosh, the movie, like I said, the group of merry men he builds up along the way. The whole Little John thing wasn't that funny to me really because I think even in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I believe Little John was a big guy anyway, right? So
Hmm. Well, that's
that's
yeah. It's well, it goes back to the original Robin Hood stories
yeah,
of they called him Little John, but he wasn't little.
right.
Just like they call me smart, but I'm not.
Oh, I wasn't gonna go there like that, but since you brought it up, dummy,
Oh,
uh,
yeah, no, the scene where they're fighting with quarterstaffs and he falls into like was it like an inch of water or something?
yeah,
And
I'm
he's
drowning.
like,
I'm
stand up,
drowning.
dude.
I can't swim. All right, the fact that they're fighting with those staffs, and they're just bumping them together
Mhm.
basically,
Yep.
and they keep breaking in half until they get to this really small bit, and now he's just taking it and smacking his fingers on it, smacking his hand with it until he falls
Oh,
off
dude,
into the
Chris,
little
why is
bit
it
of
always
water.
gotta be? Why is it always gotta be size with you?
Well, I mean, apparently
You always
it's
gotta look
not
for
the
size.
size of the staff; it's how you crack their fingers with it.
Facts.
Right. So, and then speaking of musical, we mentioned earlier, well, it starts out with a little Robin Hood rap.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I can't remember, is that Dave Chappelle leading that, or is that
Nope.
somebody else doing it?
Nope. It's yeah. It's
I couldn't remember
there's
for
no
sure.
way for me to explain this without sounding racist.
Mhm.
Yes, Mel Brooks said, "Okay, you're the black guy in the movie. You got to do the rap."
So it was Dave Chappelle then, is what I'm saying.
It was
So
yes.
okay, I wasn't 100% for sure if I was remembering correctly if it was him not leading the whole thing going on there. And then of course the whole Men in Tights thing that they were doing. I don't know if you know this or not, but that was choreographed by Dom DeLuise's son, Peter DeLuise,
Really?
and he had a little. I think it was Peter. I'm pretty sure it's Peter DeLuise, and
I
he
thought
also
Peter was
had a
his
little
brother.
cameo in it as well.
I thought Peter DeLuise was his brother.
I'm sorry, Michael DeLuise.
Okay, yeah,
Michael DeLuise.
yeah. Peter's his brother.
So small cameo in the film as well.
Yeah, I mean
Uh,
Dom DeLuise is in the movie too, but
yeah. Well, now I was thinking, as far as his brother goes, I thought both. Is Peter DeLuise the one that was in 21 Jump Street?
I believe so. Yes,
Okay, so I
I have to
thought
look that up,
him.
but
So
I believe so.
I thought that him and Michael DeLuise were brothers, though, which would make Dom DeLuise their father. Then, are you sure they're brothers?
I'm not 100% known. I'm too lazy to pick up my phone. So
Yeah, well, we don't want to know that bad, do we? They're all DeLuises.
facts.
They're all related. But yeah, his son choreographed it and had a small cameo in the film. Um,
Yeah. By the way, this is how I do most of the podcasts that I'm on. I refuse to actually have facts.
what's the fun of being factual with it? We're just reminiscing and having some fun, right?
Thank you.
We're gonna make up stuff along the way. Like we're gonna say it was the funniest movie of all time, and it may not be the funniest movie of all time, but hey, it's hilarious just the same.
You know, my wife tells me all the time one of the greatest attributes of mine is I never let facts get in the way of a good story.
There you go. There you go. Look, so just throw a few pre-production notes out there. Mel Brooks had a very long time, wanted to spoof the Robin Hood legend. He said, and after the massive success of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves in '91, the timing couldn't have been any better for him. This came out this year later in '92, I believe.
Yeah.
So got the writing team together, including J. David Shapiro and Evan Chandler, jumped on the project, crafted a script, and poked fun at every overly dramatic trope of medieval adventure films they could find. And then, of course, we got Men in Tights. The filming took
Well,
place in and around California, and Brooks brought in many of his usual collaborators and comedy veterans to keep that classic, Brooks vibe alive. So they say. 20th Century Fox produced it along with his company, Brooks Films, and there we go from there. But he intentionally modeled the film. You mentioned earlier, original Robin Hood. Um, Intentionally modeled the film after Adventures of Robin Hood in '38 with Errol Flynn,
yep,
using similar costume designs
yep.
and musical flair, but with way more groin jokes.
Well,
So,
and actually, the opening scene where you see Robin Hood and Little John walking comes from the Disney movie Robin Hood,
yeah,
the animated, and that is still one of my favorite songs of all time that they sing at the beginning, sung by Roger Miller. And during Robin Hood Men in Tights, they parodied just the gait and the walking. Now in the animated movie, it's a bear and a fox,
right.
but in Robin Hood Men in Tights, they tried to emulate the gait and the walk. Sorry, that's the only piece of information I got. The rest of myself is just nonsense.
So that's gonna be the only facts you're gonna bring me tonight.
100%.
Wow,
All right, fine. One more.
it's hard to get good co-hosts these days, man. I'm
I
telling
know,
you.
man. Well, you get what you pay for. So
Oh, that's true too. It's a freebie. I'm getting freebie work. Uh, so cast and crew here. Carrie Elwes.
yeah, see, I lied. I do have another piece of information on that one.
Well, if you do, let's bring it.
So Carrie Elwes now is doing a touring production of Princess Bride, where you can watch the movie and then ask questions afterwards. And the fact that he was in both movies is like two of my all-time favorite movies. And from what I understand, I haven't seen him do the live show yet. I'm going to see it in Durham because I live in God's country, in case people don't know.
Tennessee? I thought I know you were in Tennessee.
I say bullshit. No, North Carolina. Anyways,
Oh,
um, so he's coming to DPAC here in a couple weeks, and I'm really looking forward to it. From what I've heard about other shows that he's done, he will answer questions about Men in Tights and what it's like working with Mel Brooks while he's doing the Princess Bride Q&A afterwards.
I'm
And of
sure he
course,
is.
he's been to a lot of Comic Cons. And I know, Chris, you enjoy going to Comic Cons a lot. So
I do. I was actually supposed to be at one this weekend, but I had to cancel this year. I was supposed to be in Knoxville in Tennessee to the Fanboy Expo. A lot of good names were there this year, but I'm sure they'll be somewhere else down the road as well. So
yeah, a little behind the scenes for people that are listening. Chris has made me eternally jealous because he met my childhood crush and sent me a picture of him and her together, and I have yet to meet her, and it broke my heart so much that you met her and I didn't.
I am so sorry that you did not get to meet her, but
No,
make the
that's not
drive.
true. You're not sorry.
I'm not
You're
really. That's why I sent you the picture to rub it in. But you could have made the drive on down like we did and went to it and met her and everything as well. So I don't know. I don't think she goes to many Comic Cons either. I was surprised to see her on there.
no, here in God's country, there's other people that are going to be at the one coming up next weekend, but she's not going to be there. So,
Uh, Anybody good
we,
that I might be jealous over? I mean, get back at me or
well, I
something.
mean, William Shatner's going to be there.
Oh, he's at all of them these days. He's
Yeah,
been in 3 of them I've been to. So I have not went to his table one time yet.
well, I'm going to be at his table. So,
I didn't want to go to his table. Some
let's see,
people
what
go
other hookers
there.
could be there? Just I think it's just TJ Hooker, but
That's right. TJ Hooker. I forgot about TJ Hooker. Everybody sees him. First thing they think of is Captain Kirk. So, yeah, he's actually in Knoxville this weekend too. He was there last year. He was at the one in Lexington I went to. He goes to a lot of them these days.
Well, it's not like his. It's not like people are knocking down his door for him to be in movies. So
This is true. This is true. And the biggest thing I wanted to see this weekend, and once again, I mentioned to you before, it wouldn't be my show if we didn't get off topic, right? I
100%.
wanted to go. The biggest thing I wanted to see was Gene Simmons and Bruce Kulick from Kiss. They're there, and Kiss is my all time favorite band, so I was gonna get to meet them.
I did not know that. I've actually hung out with Gene Simmons before.
Have you really?
Yeah.
He was there. He's there. I mean, so he was doing a bass class, like a bass guitar class as well, while he was there. So you could sign up for and all kind of stuff like that. But there
One of the
was
greatest marketers of all time.
that man will put the logo of Kiss on anything and everything. I mean, he makes money though. I mean, you can't say nothing bad about him in that sense.
No, no. And honestly, he's a generally good guy too. But he likes to cash in on stuff. So.
He does. He does. And then if you're a Superman fan, they had different people that played Superman there. A small version of the cast of Smallville was there since they were doing the Superman theme. One that played Helen Slater played Supergirl. She was there. It was a lot of good things. You look it up if y'all want. Just Knoxville Fanboy Expo 2025. You'll see a full list of people that was there and what I missed out on.
You're telling people to look up something that's already happened.
That's already happened, so they can see what I missed out on and didn't get to go to, so they can feel bad for me, you know. And if you do feel bad for me,
everything that Gene Simmons is, you are not.
That's true. It's okay though. He's still one of my favorite, bands of all time. So it's okay. But if you guys,
you're promoting something that's already happened that you didn't go to,
because I wanted to go to it. Quit making me feel worse.
You know what I'd like to go to Rottingham.
You want to go to Rottingham? You can't go to Rottingham because the Sheriff of Rottingham doesn't allow it. That would be Mr. Roger Rees, Sheriff of Rottingham. Shakespearean actor with a sharp comedic timing. Well, what are you most familiar with when it comes to him, other than Men in Tights, obviously?
Well, that's put me on the spot. Nothing.
Really, because one thing comes to mind for me. Cheers. Wasn't he the guy? He played the role of someone named Robin something or other, and Kirstie Alley was always chasing after him, and he was chasing after
the
her.
rich guy. Yeah,
the rich guy. Yeah, that was him, I do believe.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. He's also been in.
See, I'm not. I love Cheers, but I'm not as big a fan of Cheers with Kirstie Alley as much as the Shelley Long days.
The Shelley Long version was better for sure, but in general, Cheers was a great show. I watched it all the way through. So I definitely remember him from that. He was in West Wing also for a little bit. And
Cheers taught me at 10 to be an alcoholic, and it's fine.
Do you have a place you go to? You walk in and they just yell, "Brian!" when you walk in the door.
Well, yeah, we call that jail, but yeah.
Well, that makes you Otis more than Norm.
Well, I live nearby Mayberry.
So I was gonna say, being in North Carolina, that's very fitting.
Yeah, facts.
Do you let yourself in and let yourself out when you're sober?
Yeah.
Modern day Otis. That's awesome.
What, people? That's not a normal thing. I thought everybody did that.
I don't think it's a normal thing. No, I'm pretty sure it's not. Richard Lewis played Prince John.
Yep. You know what? He was a really, really good stand-up. I worked with him in the early 90s. But he was very, very arrogant.
I don't have a hard time believing that. Just from seeing him in things. I mean, he kind of strikes that kind of chord for me.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of people that went on to not be successful that I was happy. But he was one of those guys that I featured for him, and I'm happy he did not do well because he was a dick. And yes, you can quote me on that.
Well, I think you've been quoted now. We're gonna make a clip of that one.
Richard Lewis is a dick.
Probably would own it to this day. So,
Living in somebody's basement, but yeah.
yeah, I tell you what. If you give me just a second, we're going to welcome a second guest to the show here, and there'll be three of us obviously here. And oh, look at that popping in out of the blue, Mr. Sholem. I think
Assalamu alaikum.
you guys might remember him. Whoa, whoa, hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh,
What's up?
boy, you are echoing something
Demon Man.
fierce. Hold on, man. I don't know what that is. You got I got the echo cancellation on you, and you're still echoing like crazy.
Don't use your mic.
Nope, you're still doing it.
Horrible.
Yeah, very bad. It sounds like you're in a barrel. It's echoing, and you're deep in the barrel.
Apparently, you're taking your turn in the barrel. Hey, Chris, go ahead and edit this part out.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that. We got a good point where I introduced him, and I can cut it right there, and then bring him back in whenever it if it clears up.
He's muted now, so.
Oh, I didn't mute him. Hold on. All right, say something.
How about now?
Much better.
Yeah, so my mic, the one that I don't use anymore, was still plugged in.
Throw that fucker away. It's horrible.
Well, I didn't. It shouldn't have turned on. I don't know why it turned on. It wasn't really connected to anything, but the USB was still plugged in for some reason. So I had to buy a new mic, but I haven't been able to set it up yet.
What are we gonna do with him?
You got anybody else with you?
No, it's just me right now. Everybody else is downstairs hiding.
Okay.
All right, so we'll give it about 5 seconds here for editing purposes, and then we'll go and pick it from there. All right, then we got Sholem with us now. So now it's a party. We got all three at the same time. There we go. Hey, Men in Tights. We're talking about that tonight. You're familiar with that, right?
Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. I mean, I've seen Brian dance around in his tights. So
I was gonna say, not because you witnessed Brian dressing up or anything, but you beat me to it.
So there may not have been times that I have pranced across the street wearing nothing but tights or less. I'm just saying.
Did you sing the song at the same time when you did it? I mean,
yeah, of course. I mean, you have to, right?
All right.
But he did it when they were shooting off fireworks, so it's all good.
Shooting off fireworks or shooting fireworks at him?
Yes.
Okay. So we were just talking about the cast a little bit. We've already got out of the way here. Carrie Owens and Roger Rees.
And Richard Lewis is a dick.
And Richard Lewis, we just, according to him, we just found out about what he's like. So that's a direct quote from Brian.
Well, I mean, he always plays a dick, so why not be one in real life?
No, he's
maybe that's why he plays the role so well. That could be.
He is typecast for a reason.
True. Amy Yazbek, who I did not realize this when I seen her. She was in Lexington to Comic Con. We were talking about Comic Cons earlier as well. She was at the Lexington Comic Con, and she was there because they had a Wings reunion. So the two guys that played the pilots there at the airport and her, they were there, and it didn't sit with me that she was Maid Marian.
Yep.
I don't know why I did not remember that.
It was a very odd role for her.
Am I going to be completely pervy to say the scene of just seeing her wearing the chastity belt is like stuck in my mind forever?
It's probably stuck in quite a few people's minds forever, so it's okay.
I know it's going to be stuck in a lot.
There's two parts of that stuck in everybody's minds. One is what you're talking about, and the other one is where Roger Rees has a jackhammer trying to get into the chastity belt.
Well, I mean, how else do you get through a chastity belt when you don't have the magic ring in the locket?
With the key to the kingdom that I believe he had, that his father left to him. What's the greatest treasure in the kingdom, he said?
It was the greatest
was.
treasure in the kingdom.
It was exactly. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle played Ahchoo.
Who I also worked with about the same time as I worked with Richard Lewis, and completely opposite. Great
Cool
guy,
guy, I'm sure.
down to earth, like just super awesome dude.
You know, he's very
He might
funny.
be a dick now, but at that time he's great.
Well, I mean, who knows what, you know, a little bit of fame has
don't
done to him. You never can tell, but I mean, he's funny. His stand-ups are hilarious.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
that's
story,
true.
the stories he tells when he's doing it just cracks me up. The role he played as Ahchoo was good as well.
Bless you.
Thank you. That was of course, yeah, his father. We can't talk about Ahchoo.
Bless you.
Thank you. Without talking about his father, a sneeze.
That's correct. Isaac Hayes.
Right, Isaac Hayes.
Shut your mouth.
I believe I already broke Brian with lines from the show, lines from the movie.
Isaac Hayes. I mean, a lot of
He's
people.
a bad.
Shut your mouth. What do you remember him mostly from, though? I mean,
Blaxploitation movies.
If I said to y'all, hold on, if I said to y'all right now, Brian, I'll hit you first and show him. Isaac Hayes, first thing comes to mind.
Shaft.
Okay, show him.
You know, I hate to say this, but singing.
For me, it's Chef. For
South
me, it's
Park.
Chef.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. But see, I don't see him as Chef as South Park. But I know it's him, but I don't see it.
Although I do like when he sings about sweaty balls.
Yeah.
Chocolate sweaty balls.
No, salted.
Yeah,
salty.
It was.
That's right. It's salty sweaty balls. He likes to pop them in his mouth.
No, it was chocolate salted balls is what it was. That was the name of the song.
Yeah.
I don't care, man.
We got it. We got to get it right.
All I gotta say is when he figured out Operation Black Shield, it's all good.
You know, yeah. All right. Since this is supposed to be about friggin' movies and stuff. See, again, I said friggin'.
Yes.
Did you drug him or something before the show?
That's twice in one show he's done that.
Wow.
No, the Samuel Jackson character in Pulp Fiction to me is Shaft.
Yeah.
When he says, "Look in there, grab my wallet." Which wallet's yours? It says,
"Bleep bleep 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 bleep."
Bleep 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 bleep.
All I can, I to this day, I still hear Isaac Hayes, "Shut your mouth."
So, you know, I have a friend, and I do have a friend, but I have a friend who just got on to, God help us, he just got onto Discord, and it says, Sweaty Balls is playing Fortnite. Just popped up on my screen. And we were just talking about sweaty balls, chocolate sweaty balls.
But you know where the thing sweaty balls comes from, though, don't you?
I do.
You know, the whole SNL bit they had with Baldwin. But look, I'm gonna try and be prepared for Brian the best I can. But hopefully he continues his little streak he's got going. But if I can catch, but if I can catch it,
you know what you should do? You should just randomly push that whenever he's talking, regardless if he's cursing or not.
Say something, Brian. Oh, see? Now it looks like he was for sure.
It looked like he was doing something to his microphone you shouldn't be doing. But anyway.
That's for those who've got camera, yes. Hopefully some of you won't have to see that.
Hopefully some of you won't have to see that.
Mark.
I didn't want to see it. I see it every week.
I didn't want to see it. All right, we got Blinken. Abe Lincoln. Did you say Abe Lincoln?
That's right.
No, we said, hey, Blinken. Mark Blankfield, the blind servant with the best one-liners in the movie.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember him. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but said best known for Incredible Shrinking Woman. I'm sure he was in it, but I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie so long.
You picked a movie none of us have watched.
No, I've seen it, but it's been like 24 years.
Yeah, years on top of years on top of years.
Wasn't
Lily
that
Tomlin.
wasn't that character based off of Young Frankenstein's character, the Gene Hackman character in Young Frankenstein?
Blinken?
Yeah, the blind guy. Yeah.
It might have been. It doesn't say when it talks about him, but I mean, you can make the comparison for sure.
I mean, it
And
definitely.
he's spoofing everything.
Yeah, when I saw it, it just reminded me of the Gene Hackman character in Young Frankenstein. Another great Mel Brooks movie.
And he
So, actually, Chris, I have a question for you. I know this is your fucking show, but whatever.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
I think you're a little late on that one.
I'm slow on the draw. I tried.
I was a little premature. My, you know,
what were you gonna say?
Medicine I can take for that these days, but
yeah.
What is your favorite Mel Brooks movie in general?
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, I gotta go Young Frankenstein. I love Robin Hood Men in Tights, but
yeah,
I think Young Frankenstein is one of those I can watch constantly.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great ones. I mean, they're all funny. Spaceballs is funny. You know, Dracula Dead and Loving it's funny. But
yeah, I think Liam Neeson and him together is not as gold as him and Richard Pryor or him and Gene Wilder or him and like some of the other people that he worked with. Liam Neeson, I think, kind of wanted to take not Liam Neeson, what's his name from Police Squad. In Dracula
Leslie Nielsen?
Leslie Nielsen, yeah. I keep saying Liam Neeson, and I have a special set of, yeah.
He's got some skills.
Yeah. No. I loved him in the Police Squad stuff, but in Naked Gun, but I just don't think him and Mel Brooks blended well together.
And funny enough, you mentioned Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson's playing the new, Naked Gun.
He is.
I did not know.
Which is going to be weird.
It is going to be very weird.
I'm torn. The commercials are interesting.
Is he going to talk about a special set of skills?
He might. You never know. It'd be funny if they bring that up.
I'm sure he will. But hey, talking about Blinken. So, hey, Blinken. You know the one scene in that movie, and there was one person I felt really bad for. And that's in the scene where he's doing the speed motion camera work, where he's cutting the pillar. And there's that one lady who has to sit in the background for like 2 hours while he's swinging at this damn piece of wood and not move. I felt bad for her. Either she was dead or she's really good at playing dead.
Hopefully she got paid a lot of money just to stand still like that.
All right, there's a joke there. I'm not sure if I should tell it in this.
Go for it. Why stop now? He can always bleep you. Good joke, Brian.
It would have been funny if they could have heard it, but
show him. I kind of figured that was your ideal date. She just lays there.
Yeah, no. Well,
no.
Usually they don't just lay there, but yeah, okay. That goes back to the other show.
It depends. It depends.
No, it depends. It's a whole different kind of lady.
It depends if the drugs have worn off of her already. I guess. I mean.
Oh no! I don't do that. No.
They don't call him the Cosby of Virginia for nothing.
Oh, I wish I had the pudding contract. There you go.
Yeah.
The Jello pudding contract.
Have a Coke and a smile, Sholem. It's okay.
The Cosby of Virginia.
Anyway, hey, Mel Brooks always makes a cameo in all of his movies, right?
At least one.
At least one. It says he appears as a dual role this time. Rabbi Tuckman is one. What was the other one?
Oh.
Wasn't he Marian's father or something? Or
no. Well, no, but Patrick Stewart was the king.
That is
good to be the king.
Yeah.
It's good to be the king. Yeah.
That's, again, History of the World Part 1.
Yeah, it says he is a dual role, but I don't remember the second, of the two. I remember him as Rabbi Tuckman for sure. His little contraption for
or something.
His circumcision contraption.
His circumcision contraption, yeah. Yeah, he married them, but that was him as the role of rabbi. I mean,
No, I think he was like a narrator or something, like an ode to the Monty Python Holy Grail narrator kind of thing.
could have been. That might be what it was. In
I'm blanking. By the way, leave it up to Sholem to remember the circumcision.
Hey, he was talking about the contraption. I just went along with it.
I brought up his little
You
contraption
brought up
tool he
Sholem's little
invented.
thing, all right?
The little contraption that makes it a little shorter. Just shaves off a little bit.
Yeah,
a little
just like
bit.
Mel Brooks, you want everything 10% off.
That's this movie. Oh my god. See, is there any names in there we've left out we should have brought up? Any cast? Anybody you want to bring up that we haven't talked about?
There's two.
You have the sheet in front of you, so.
Yeah, there's one in particular that I want to bring up. If y'all don't bring her up, I'm going to bring it up for sure. But go ahead.
I know one that you need to bring up is Tracy Ullman.
That's who I was wanting to bring up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she played
Latrine.
She played Latrine, which was
her maiden name. Shithouse.
No, the family. The family renamed their name.
Well, no, she married into the Latrine family because it was Shithouse before, wasn't it?
I thought they had a name change for their family or something. I know.
Either way, she went from Shithouse to Latrine. Must have had some French influence.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm a little.
Brian, stop it.
I'm a little late. I'm a little late on that button again. Brian's about to die up there, I swear.
That's because you keep cutting off his funny lines.
Tracy Ullman had a great show out there too for a while.
She did.
Oh, the Ullman show. Yeah, no, Tracy Ullman is like one of my all-time favorite actresses. Like her and Tina Fey, I think, are right there as far as underappreciated female comedians. It's
Tina Fey used to kill me on SNL. I mean, literally, I thought she was fun, one of the funniest ones.
Yeah, well, Tracy Ullman was Tina Fey before Tina Fey was Tina
Right.
Fey. I mean, I'm a fucking feminist. I think that women are not given their due when it comes to comedy.
A lot of funny ones out there.
They tend to lose their minds when they get older, but there are a lot of funny ones out there.
Speaking of...
I'm not saying that Roseanne is somebody I want to hang out with, but back in the day, she was actually humorous.
I used to love the Roseanne show when it was when it first came out, you know?
That was a great show. The ending sucked, but the show was good.
Yeah.
The ending was just complete garbage.
No, where she just died and then it became...
No. It's worse. Do you want to say it, Chris?
Go ahead.
All right. So the ending of it was the whole show was her, but she was rich and famous because she'd been writing a TV show. And that's what we were watching on Roseanne. And so she was the writer of the Roseanne TV show at the very end. And so at the last bit of the show is her walking out of her basement and turning the light off away from her computer. Boop, boop, boop. Shitty ending.
I don't think I ever saw that. I remember when it came out with the Connors afterwards, where she had died.
Well, she died because she said.
But she was already there though through some of the episodes, so it wasn't that they didn't create the Connors and they didn't really create the Connors and say that she died. They had the Connors and she was on her to start.
Right. Yeah, she had like an opiate addiction or something on that.
No, it's worse than that. She actually was the big driving force behind the Connors actually happening.
Right. No, I'm saying on the show itself, she was supposed
on the show.
Yeah, she was supposed to have died from an opiate.
Yeah, well, characters die all the time from real world stuff that happens off the camera. So
yeah.
But I didn't go back and watch the Connors after she wasn't on the show anymore because if you're going to have the show Roseanne and you don't have Roseanne on there, I don't care if you call it the Connors or what you call it. It's still the same show. It's Roseanne show.
And you know what? I'm all for people getting sober, getting clean, yada, yada, yada. But John Goodman's not as funny now he's lost weight and doesn't drink or do drugs.
I mean, maybe it was the drugs and stuff that made him funny. I mean,
I think it was the
opened
weight
him
that made
up,
it funny. But I will say this. Meet the Connors was really interesting because there were two Beckys. That's all I got to say. Both people that played Becky were on the show.
and that's hilarious.
Yes, and Sarah Chalk went on to be in Scrubs, which I loved.
So
Yeah.
it's rather funny.
Yeah, no,
Well, you mentioned earlier about Dom DeLuise having a part in here.
Oh, yes.
Don Giovanni.
That's right.
It's going to make you an offer that you can't refuse. I believe he did. The other one that cameo, this is my favorite cameo of the movie, though. And he wasn't in there for a long, so I'm going to call it a cameo, but Dick Van Patten.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he was in it. Yeah.
Well, but you know that, him, Dom DeLuise, going back to Dom DeLuise playing Don Giovanni, then became Pizza the Hut.
Yeah, it was the same character.
He became Pizza the Hut.
And what were they called? What was Dick Van Patten? He was the
Abbot.
Right, but they were calling him other things. They were calling him like I don't know.
Abbot!
That's the part right
Yeah,
there. When he gets to that point,
they had Beaver standing up and going, "Hey, Abbot."
He's like, I hate that guy.
Well, I have two people that I want to bring up when you're done.
No, go ahead.
So one of them is Chuck McCann, and a lot of people aren't going to know who Chuck McCann is. But back in the '70s, he was he was in everything as the fat guy in everything. But where I first saw him was Far Out Space Nuts, which was by far one of the worst Hanna-Barbera shows, but fun as hell. I'm sorry, Sid and Meyer Croft. But it was nice to see him in there when they said, "Lend me your ears," and he pulled off his giant ear and hit him in the face with it. So, Chuck McCann, love you, miss you.
Who's the other one?
So, the other one is Eric Allen Kramer, the guy who played Little John.
Yeah.
Because he has one of the best lines I've ever heard in a TV show in Good Luck Charlie, where he sings the song, "My ass is on fire, it's as big as a tire." It's
What is this show?
Good Luck Charlie. It's about a baby being born into a family, and the whole joke is good luck Charlie making it through this.
Wait. So as opposed to a baby that's not born into a family?
Well, no, it's born into a family of misfits. Yeah, kind of like our family, but
welcome to my world.
But it always ends with some soliloquy from the oldest daughter, and then going, "Good luck, Charlie. You're like, good luck surviving this."
I think I remember that now.
It was on Disney. Yeah.
What they're always making like a recording. They're talking.
Yes, at the end they were always recording something.
Yeah.
And you had seen what happened in the show,
yeah.
and it was always "Good luck, Charlie" at the end. But
right.
when he hurt his butt, and they had to take him to the hospital, and he kept singing about how his ass was on fire and as big as a tire.
Was he also
like English or Australian? Or, like, it seems like there was an accent there.
No, he was just in a lot of pain and drunk. On medicine.
I'm thinking of the viral video. Charlie bit my finger.
Oh, no, I don't know what that one is.
Okay. Is he also the guy in American Wedding when they go to the club to find the person to make the dress?
Yes, he is.
Has a dance off with Stifler?
Yes.
I thought it looked like him. Okay.
He's a big dude. He is.
He is.
He's only 6'3" in height, but man, he is just built like a brick.
Out of curiosity, I would like to, as you're editing this, Chris, go back and percentage-wise, how much have we actually talked about the movie?
Actually, more than you know. I mean, we've got quite a bit in here so far of what I got. I told you I make a script for each episode I go by these days, and we've actually covered quite a bit of the script already.
With one-liners.
With one-liners. Speaking of script, we'll get back to that then, since you brought that up. Budget and box office. The movie itself was budgeted for $20 million, but it made about 35.7 worldwide. Not exactly, a barn burner, but it wasn't a flop either. like a
Yeah,
lot of other movies, it took off on television and video release.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Mel Brooks movies don't have to be seen in the theater. They're not something that you have to see on the big screen. Although I did see it in Tyson's Corner, Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching it at the theater as well. But I mean, you're right. To really appreciate his stuff, you don't have to go to the theaters to watch it, and it pretty much shows. Uh, Basically, after it hit, television reruns and VHS sales, DVD sales, things of
Oh
that
yeah,
nature.
the VHS and DVD sales were just off the hook, and I mean, even people still buy it on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
because of all the bloopers in it at the end, you can't see that on like.
Yeah, that was the one thing I wanted to bring up is you have to. Most Mel Brooks movies, you have to stick through the credits and watch the
Mhm.
end. Sometimes it's bloopers. Sometimes, like History of the World, they talk about History of the World Part 2. And the History of the World Part 2, which has never been made, it's fucking riot. But the bloopers at the end of Men in Tights is great.
Well, and they also, with the Blu-ray, you also get a lot of behind-the-scenes video filming that they did. Now, remember, this is still filming on real. I mean, this isn't like digital filming at this point still, so everything costs money. But man, some of the stuff on the Blu-ray is insane.
I have not seen that. I'm going to have to check that out.
I haven't either, but now you got me wanting to know for sure.
And knowing's half the battle.
G.I. Joe. Um, where we at here? Patrick Stewart, as far as a couple of fun
Yeah, no,
trivias.
that his
His cameo.
is great. Yeah.
Yeah. A spoof of Sean Connery's role in Prince of Thieves, and they say his over the top Britishness is hilarious.
It is.
You
Good
know,
to be the king, though.
Patrick Stewart's
I
one of those
object.
guys that you listen to him and he sounds so serious all the time, and then you listen to him on like Family Guy or something. He's hilarious.
Some of the funniest things we've seen came from real serious dramatic actors. Look at Leslie Nielsen. Back in the day, he was just a dramatic actor.
He was. Yeah.
I mean, for people who never saw him in anything dramatic and you know him as Frank Drebin, you couldn't, or you picture him from Airplane. Surely you can't be serious. I am, and stop calling me Shirley. I mean, the man is he's gold with that stuff.
Well, I mean, that's how I was introduced to him. I had to go back and look at his old stuff and go, wait a minute, he's not funny. What the hell?
Right, right.
I mean, along the same lines, I'm thinking like O.J. Simpson, very, very serious, dramatic, and what some of the stuff he did. But he was pretty funny though in a couple movies.
So in the Naked Gun, the new version, they have a thing for O.J. Simpson in there. In a commercial, it's worth seeing where his son comes up.
He's like, no,
nope, walks away. Doesn't kneel down and give prayers to his daddy. He just nope.
Nope.
And everybody else is kneeling before their father's portraits.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want nothing to do with it, did he? Nothing at all.
He wanted nothing to do with Diddy either.
No. No ditty. Tell you a little ditty, however, about this movie, about Mel Brooks.
Not about Jack and Diane, it's a different ditty.
That's right. Not about Jack and Diane, but a little ditty about Mel Brooks, the master of parody.
That's right.
So, just kind of talk. What'd you say? Tight tights?
Tight tights. That's what Hey Diddle Diddly is.
Brian done beat you to the tight tights early in the episode. You wasn't here for it yet. He didn't.
But you're talking about the Hey Diddle Ditty, and that's where the Tight Tights was in. Was that song?
It mentions here about his about Mel Brooks. Just kind of talking him up a little bit about his hits like Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Spaceballs. Men in Tights continued a streak of genre-busting comedies using parody, not just to make fun of movies, but to pay tribute to them as well.
Yeah.
His brand of humor blends wordplay, slapstick, musical comedy, and fourth wall breaking in a way that few filmmakers ever pulled off. His fourth wall thing, it was like all his movies. Yeah. That's like a clear, sign of, a Mel Brooks movie, if anything, for sure.
And by the way, can I have to intercede for 1 second. There is nothing that gives every unattractive funny man hope. Like Mel Brooks.
Right.
Hottest wife ever. He is anything he's not. He's,
It just goes to show what a good sense of humor will get you,
100%. If you can make a woman laugh, you're in.
Which just certain times you don't want to make them laugh. Right, Sheldon?
Really, Chris? What's that?
That's why I was double checking with you and saying, right, Sheldon?
No, I want to know because I don't know of any time that it's not good to make them laugh. But okay.
That's not what I heard from Brian earlier. But
Brian lies a lot, and he also projects onto other people his own issues.
Yeah. Well, see, I had to pick on you because once again, Tib is not to be found anywhere.
Well, that's because he knew he'd be picked on.
That's why he never comes on when I come on. Is that what it is?
Wait,
I didn't want to tell you this, Chris, but you really need some sure or secret. He doesn't like your smell over the camera.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Man.
I'll
do better.
Radio, not YouTube.
He likes the floral sense more than the manly sense. That's why he likes Brian.
Tell him I'll do better next time. I understand he's supposedly at the beach hiding out.
Oh no, he's at the beach. He's there.
And we're not talking about the lake either. We're talking about the actual beach.
Well, I don't really want to go into it, but it's a beach in a place that Brian hates.
Brian, it's not nice to hate.
I'm saving it for our show.
Hate's ugly. That's all I can say. Where does Men in Tights rank to you guys in your list of Mel Brooks films? Well, you asked earlier what my favorite was, and I told you Blazing Saddles, but where does this rank in your list of Mel Brooks films?
Oh, that's tough.
Probably 5.
I gotta think.
Blazing Saddles, History of the World Part 1, Young Frankenstein.
Baseball's better or not as better?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to decide. Is Spaceballs ahead or behind? Those two are kind of neck and neck for me.
I also have to throw in their Silent Movie because
I love Silent Movie as well, but
that's in my top 5. Oh, but what do I kick out is the problem.
Yeah, see, that's what I was like. I don't.
And then you got High Anxiety.
I mean, it's just a sure sign of
high anxiety where he just takes on every Hitchcock movie.
I mean, the newspaper in the shower is just beautiful.
Yes.
Fourth. No, fifth.
Fifth.
Well, behind History of the World Part 1, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, and Spaceballs, but not in that order.
So it looks like both of y'all are pretty much the same on that then.
Yeah, I got to go with History of the World Part 1. I think it's probably my all-time favorite.
Whereas I like Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles is second.
But for me, it's probably third because I like Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs, and then Robin Hood Men in Tights.
The problem is Young Frankenstein. My dad does Young Frankenstein very well.
Yes.
And that's just him getting up in the morning. It's not him trying. So it's kind of close to my heart.
Getting up in the morning, afternoon, whenever he happens to roll out of bed.
Yeah, it's not even just one of the characters. There's many a times, I ain't got no body. You hear that coming in. Oh, there it is. So it's kind of near and dear to my heart.
Well, and dude, Madeline Kahn in Young Frankenstein is like nobody else could have played that role in. It's true. It's true.
It's true. Oh my god! What's your favorite? What is your favorite running gag or joke in the movie?
Werewolf.
Wolf.
Yep.
But that's not Men in Tights.
Yeah,
no,
Men in
he's
Tights.
Running gag in a movie.
No. In this movie.
In this movie?
Yeah. Because honestly, if we're talking any Mel Brooks movie, I might have to say Roll in the Hay.
In this movie, I think I have to go with Ahchoo.
Bless you.
Exactly.
Well, and his dad, like,
It always makes me smile.
yes, yes, no, yes. I'm gonna have to go with Ahchoo.
Ahchoo.
Bless
As
you.
far as as
Because
far as a
honestly, that's
running,
one of the things that, like, if you know, everybody will follow in line with the next line.
yeah,
Even you haven't seen the movie in years, it doesn't matter.
It's just such a simple thing.
Yeah,
So it's such a simple play on words.
there is a line in the movie that a friend of mine and myself will bring up out of the blue sometimes. It's usually fitting, for when we say it, but some people will look at us like we're nuts and like, what are you talking about? But one of us will do something wrong, or the one other one will do something wrong, and you'll look at them and go, "I'll pay for this." I mean, you'll pay for this.
I forgot that.
The fact that guy got
Roger Reed.
all right, I don't know how he did this. I would mess up my lines every time. He gives you the actual line, but the words are jumbled up. All the
yeah.
words are there, for the actual line he's saying, but he'll mess it up and then come back and say it correctly the second time.
Well, I actually wonder if the actor might be dyslexic.
Hey, could be. Say that again.
I think the actor might be dyslexic.
I do too.
He
Exactly.
could be, but he is an incredible stage actor.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that it's his stage acting that enabled him to do that. Because in stage acting, you have all kinds of weird ass lines that you got to say this way, the other way. I mean, I don't know.
When it come to this movie, do y'all think anybody else other than Carrie Elwes could have played the role of Robin of Locksley? If you do think of someone else, who would it be?
He did such a good job, I have a hard time figuring on anyone else.
I mean, if it
Wasn't
was
there somebody who
redone,
was supposed to be him, though?
What's that?
Go ahead, Brian.
I'm trying to think if it came out now, somebody of the correct age. But I'm having trouble. I can't think of it like. And again, somebody that's too old to play the part. But I think Zach Braff might have been comparable.
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
I mean, if when you have somebody in mind for a role, it's hard to switch to somebody else. But I think Zach Braff might be one of the few people that I could say would be good in that role.
Shutlem? Anybody you can think of, or
Well, I think, wasn't Jim Carrey in the running for that role? I don't think Jim Carrey would have pulled it off as well as Carrie Elways did.
No,
I
because
I
think
think he was in
no,
running for it, wasn't he?
when he
his
tries to
humor
do
is a little bit
comedy,
different.
he's too over the top.
Yeah.
I like Jim Carrey more in the serious roles.
Oh, I agree, but I think he was one of the few people that got called in for
We
reading.
probably did well because they wanted a name, and he was like that was when In Living Color was at its height, so he probably
Yeah, and Jim Carrey was really trying to break into movies at that point.
Yeah,
so he went to every reading he could get.
Yeah, and then The Mask I think came out not long after that.
Right.
So I don't like his over the top comedy. I don't like his style of that kind of comedy. But watching him in things like Man on the Moon and stuff, I love him in that. But
you need to see him as Dr. Robotnik. He's over the top, but he's not Jim Crazy Carrey over the top.
Okay. And what is it? Was it Room 23 or?
I think so.
He was good in that, and then there was another movie where his mind was partially erased, and he started remembering stuff from his previous.
Spotless Mind.
Yeah, The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Right.
Yeah, no, I love that movie. So those kind of things I think he's really, really good in. But like The Mask and Ace Ventura, I hate them. To me, it's not funny. It's just obnoxious.
See, Ace Ventura makes me laugh.
He was good in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yes. But see, again, I don't think he was over the top. He wasn't like the.
Now, you mentioned people who had possible roles in the movie. Hulk Hogan was offered the role of Little John, but turned it down.
That was a mistake.
That was somebody else's brother.
Look at my.
Let me tell you something, Robin Hood.
He couldn't have done it because he never would have been able to do the creek scene. I'm drowning. I'm drowning.
We were talking about that one earlier too.
He would never have been able to do it.
You know what we didn't mention was the Hangman.
Yes.
He was in also. He's the same one that was in Blazing Saddles playing the Hangman.
Yep.
The difference is he wears the eye patch on his. He wears the eye patch on his right eye in this movie, whereas in Blazing Saddles he wore it on the left.
And he hung a horse in Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, but doesn't he also in Men in Tights? Doesn't he also lift it up and look with both eyes and then put it back down?
Yes. He's a little trivia fact about him. He's also a voiceover artist as well. He did the voice of cartoon Thundar the Barbarian.
Yes,
really.
He's also been in Strawberry Shortcake.
I'm sure he's been in quite a few. If he's been in one, he's probably been in many. Yeah. That's Brian's favorite dessert. Is that right, Brian? Brian, you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, never mind. He was a little too excited to answer that question, so I had to beep him out.
Yeah, he did get a little excited there.
I thought we've all been in Strawberry Shortcake once or twice, but
he was also the Flasher in High Anxiety.
Really?
Yes.
Now, he has one of my favorite lines in a Mel Brooks movie. I'm swamped. It's like, I just can't possibly fit another hanging in today.
All right. I guess we are at the point we're going to start wrapping this up where we've reached the hour mark, or a little over an hour. So by the time I do a couple of small edits, we'll be right at the time frame we're supposed to be at. So
you're not gonna, I thought you were going to hit your magic button when I say.
When you say what?
When I say.
Anyway, we'll go ahead and start. Before we start wrapping this up, one of y'all talk amongst yourselves if you need to. One of y'all tell us about your show again and where they can find you.
Show him, go ahead.
Well, only because he doesn't know what our show is or where to find us. So
3-Cousins.
Yes, it's 3-Cousins. You can find us at 3-Cousins.com. I did have dinner with my uncle tonight, and he did say it was not a dash. But if you want to know what it's supposed to be, you have to come over and listen to the show. And you can find us on all the podcast players.
All the podcast players. Are you guys on YouTube yet?
No.
Got to get with the world, man. You got to get on the YouTube. What's up? I know what it is. You know, Brian, you don't want your face being seen. I don't blame you. I don't want to look at you either most of the time. But so that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Retro Life for You. Whether you grew up quoting Blinken or you just recently discovered the film, Robin Hood Men in Tights is a shining example of Mel Brooks doing what he does best, which is making us laugh at the stories we thought we knew. If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a review, and share the show with your fellow retro comedy fans. And remember, we're men. We're men in tights.